So, welcome back to our little session. It's nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
So, like, since last week, has there been any new, like, things that happened in your life?
Not anything new in particular, just kind of like the same, just worry, just anxious about everything. And I mean, I felt like before when I came in, I was just talking about like the fact that I didn't get into the grad program and that was maybe that's what I was like blaming all my anxiety on because it was happening in the moment. But I kind of always been super anxious and just worried about everything. And that kind of like, it was like this like turning point. And now I don't want to do anything. I want to stay in the house. I don't want to, I don't want to go to church. I kind of just want to isolate just all the time.
So, you just so like let me see if I'm hearing this right. So now your stresses are beyond the scope of just the college admission. It's
Yeah.
now. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like it's just everything. I mean, yes, that was a stressor, but it's like, I don't know, I'm just anxious and worried about everything. Like everything in day to day life is just making me anxious.
Um, can you tell me more about what specifically is making you anxious? Making you
Um,
feel that way in general?
and that's the thing. It's like it's sometimes it's nothing in specific. Sometimes I'm just anxious, and that like level of anxiety that I'm feeling on a day to day makes me not want to leave the house. I don't want to interact with anybody. I don't want to do anything, and it's hard because I do still have like this dream and I wanna go to school and I wanna have a career, but now I don't wanna do anything and I can't like hang out with my friends and I'm like losing contact with them pretty much because I'm not replying to texts or calls. I just want to be alone. I haven't been going to church and right now it kind of feels like I'm not even worthy of going to church and like being a part of my church.
So this anxiety that you're feeling makes you feel like you're not worthy of talking to your family, hanging out with your family, or going to church or doing anything. You just feel isolated and like alone.
Yeah, I feel alone and like forgotten about.
I forgot. Where do you think these feelings of being feeling like forgotten about like stem from?
When I was younger, my dad was really, I guess you can call him like inconsistent. He wasn't here a lot. He would, leave for like extended periods of time. And then when he was here, he was really like verbally abusive. So it kind of, I don't know, I had a difficult and like confusing attachment with him because when he was gone, I did feel like I was forgotten. And then when he was here, um, we didn't have a positive relationship and he was just verbally abusive to me and my mother. And my home felt really like chaotic and unstable. And I felt like I didn't have really any control over anything at home.
So so your father being as distant as you think he's the one who caused these just to begin, like because of his inconsistency and his nature, maybe put you on like edge.
Yeah, I think so. Because when that pattern did pop up in my life of him like leaving and coming back, and the verbal abuse, that is kind of when I can remember my anxiety like manifesting itself.
That that must have been rough. The if you were to go and try to tackle one of these little well, if you were gonna try to, how do I say it, solve one of your little problems or make a goal for yourself in order to go and try to make yourself feel better, what would you want to focus on? Like your college, your getting together with your family, or what is it? Trying to fix relations with your father or something. I'm just throwing ideas out. It could be anything.
Um, well, I mean, I do like my faith is really big for me, so I do want to
Yes.
start getting back into church and um, like reconnecting with that community because it was very positive for me, and I grew up in the church. It's always been a big thing for me, and not feeling like I can, be there right now, and kind of feeling that like right now I just have this like feeling like God doesn't love me and like has forgotten about me, and I want to be able to get back into that place where I can lean on my faith and lean on God when I have these problems. But I just feel like I just want to isolate. So that's when that would be one of my goals is like to get back to that place.
Okay. So, how often did you go to church when you like before like these problems occurred?
I was going once a week before on
Once a week.
Sundays.
Have you ever went and attended like the little well not attended watched like virtual churches where they put their recording online?
No, I haven't.
Would you be up to attending one of those? Like if like as like a potential baby step into coming back to church?
Yeah, I would be.
So as a goal, would you want to go and let's say over the next 2 weeks at least attend one of those virtual masses? Like in one of the 2 weeks, like at least one. I know they've got multiple different ones going throughout the day. But
Yeah, I'd be open to that.
okay. And then what would be another thing you'd want to tackle, like for in terms of your family? How would you want to like reconnect with them, if you in terms of a goal?
Um, I do want to try to, spend time with them more because I mean though our relationships when I was younger were like strained, I do like now that I'm an adult, I want to try to make those steps to have positive relationships with my family. Because I know that those things can be changed. I don't have to stay in the place of, where I just like, oh, I'm not talking to my family, I'm going to isolate forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go back to a place where I'm like actively trying to mend our relationships and spend time with them.
So when you did spend time with your family, what did you do together when you were hanging out? What type of activities did you like?
Um, we used to all eat dinner every night together. Um, Sometimes we would go to like outings, maybe like sporting events or things like that.
Um, for a goal for this thing, how would you think? How would you feel if you went and ex- oh my gosh. how would you how would you feel about going and extending an olive branch to like your family and just having them let you know when they're doing stuff? So like if you wanted to, you could come down and just so you don't feel like you're not like you're not you don't have the option to. Just have like letting them know that let me know, sending them having them send you a message either by text or just calling you saying and just so you know you could go and attend something.
I'm open to that. That sounds like something that would be positive.
You'd have and then with that maybe like a little short-term goal you could do would be like in the next like 2-3 weeks maybe attend like 1 to 2 family little gathering things, either it's whether it be dinner or like going out with them somewhere at least like once or twice, like in during those weeks, whatever you could manage. Would that sound alright with you?
Yeah, that sounds doable for me.
Okay, that's good. And would there be anything else you'd want to go and um, try to focus on in terms of like
Um,
something you want to get better at?
I do want to start thinking about still going back to school and still, pursuing a career. I've been thinking about it more because I mean, just because I got rejected, it didn't make me just want to give up entirely. It was hard to deal with, but it didn't make me want to give up entirely. So I've been thinking about it because it's still like a dream for me and one of my life goals. So I've been thinking about trying to take the steps to maybe apply to more programs.
Okay, so in taking those steps, have you taken any first steps into it? Have you looked at other colleges yet?
Yeah, I've looked at some schools and like different admission requirements. Kind of seeing like where my like if my GPA would be acceptable and like all those little first steps, but I haven't put in any actual applications yet. Yeah, I just haven't put any applications in yet.
Okay, so let's have a goal be maybe sending maybe like one application in the next like month to any school for anything. You still want to do the same program? Same.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like one another school trying to think. Like if you can do more, but like focus on doing at least one. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like something I do want to do.
Perfect. Um so with those with those goals already in set. So we had so today we went and basically talked about how you now feel like your anxiety is now beyond your college your college acceptance. It seems like the tipping point was the college like acceptance. I mean, well, you not getting accepted to the college seems to be like the tipping point that caused all your anxiety to start overwhelming you. And now with these goals that we've set up for the next couple weeks and like for the college application next month, seems like we're in a position where we could start inching like moving forward with like thing, and you don't need to stay in the same position. You could start getting back to what you feel is normal. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree
Yes.
with all that.
So I feel like this is a good place to end the session. Can't wait to hear how your progress is being made with those goals. The next session we have. I'm sorry if I'm nervous. It's just the way it is. Okay. Um,